The loss of a loved one is one pain that will never end. When we try to get people to stand with us for these murders, we seem like we still cannot get the awareness that we need for these lost souls. I will fight to bring about awareness to this cause no matter what. Why? Because I lost my grandson. And now I'm going through the second phase of this, of standing before the killer. People have no idea. They have not lost a loved one, first of all, what it feels like to lose a child. To lose a child. We lose our mothers, our fathers, and many others from natural causes that God calls them home. But when someone's life is brutally taken for senseless violence, it's a whole nother episode. It's the most evil thing that you could ever be confronted by. There's so many different emotions that goes with this that many, and even us, never knew about until we were confronted by it. It's nothing that we did to justify what has happened to us. Yet these laws and things that they have in place and resources are not available to bring justice to us for what we're suffering through. There is no justice, real justice, for our loved ones being murdered. But we can only ask, beg, and plead for awareness for them to confront these issues that so many murdered ones in America today, some of them have no answers. Yet the world goes on with minimum concern until it happens to them. I never experienced anything like this in my life after even losing my mother. My mother died from natural causes, and I miss my mother. But my grandson didn't. And yes, I want the world to be aware of what families suffer through and what we will suffer through for the rest of our lives. It does not go away. This that I'm going through, I would not wish on my worst enemy to walk into a courtroom and confront the killers or the killer that killed my grandson, that took him out of my life. Only thing I can do is to pray that God gives me strength to not react to every little pain and agony that I have going on inside my body today. I cannot explain to the world. Only thing I can do is demonstrate the pain and the suffering that we go through. We never get over it when others can turn the television off or put it down. All we can do is to try to bear this pain day in and day out as we go on with the rest of our lives. And many of us don't want to. What I can understand is how we not have a heart as Americans for those that are suffering with this pain to help bring about awareness of it to the point that the whole world stands up for this cause. As we look at our loved ones that are still alive, that are still living, just think of if it were you, what would you do? I decided to stand up for this cause of bringing awareness to these murders so that these souls will get justice. That's all Grandma is trying to do. That's all Grandma is trying to do. We must bring awareness to this. We must stand up for this. My grandson is gone. And nobody knows what Grandma sees or what Grandma goes through daily to try to deal with it. I play over and over in my mind the tapes in my memory of our conversations. Moments that we shared, but they shouldn't be shared. They should be sharing. My grandson was just a kid. He was beginning to live his life on this earth. And now he's gone. Never had the opportunity to have children. Some have grandchildren that their grandchildren were able to birth or had. I don't have that. We have nothing. But a memory that Marty was here. And that's all we have. Excuse me. I'm pleading to America. I'm pleading to Congress. I'm pleading to all of them to change these laws, to get these murders off the street and to keep them off the street. To remember, to acknowledge, to recognize of what they took from us. And we deserve justice. Murder should be murder. If someone took a life for a life, why should they be able to go with their lives and they took our loved ones' lives? That's the only thing I can bring about behind my grandson's murder. Didn't let me do that. But America, I am pleading with you to stand up for these murder victims. To please not close a deaf ear. I am pleading to America, to the world, to recognize, and not until it happens to you, to help get these killers off the street forever. To know that these precious lives lost can never be brought back, that they didn't deserve what they got, and it needs to be brought awareness to it as every other cause in the United States of America. We are all tax-paying citizens. Please heed to our calls. World, please wake up and stand up for these lost, murdered lives that many has no justice to, have no justice. There's so many that are coming out today. They're crying in the streets, blood in the streets. People are begging for justice for their loved ones. What if it were you? What if it were you? It is time to bring awareness to this. And we as Americans have to stand up for this cause. It should be viral. These are lives. My grandson was alive. He was a person. He was a human being that didn't deserve what he got. And we continue to treat lives with minimal concern. What kind of world are we? That everything else matters besides these murdered loved ones. How can we be that way as Americans? How? It may not be your child. It may not affect you. But we don't know what next murder is going to do. It is time, y'all. It's too many. It's like an epidemic of murder on out here now. And something has to be done. Something has to be done, people. Please, it don't take much time out of your time to stand with a cause, to help promote a cause, to get involved with a cause. Dealing with lives. Murdered lives. Please, stand for a cause that's bigger than us all. We're talking about murders. We're talking about people's lives taken and what family members live with. I show my pain. I'm not ashamed. I am one grandmother that suffered over the loss of her grandson. It is time, you all, to stand up for these murders. That should take precedence over many issues in this world. Murders need to be addressed to Congress. President Trump, it is time. You talked about the murderers that was killed by the Hispanics. What about the murderers of our families? Yeah. How can you look at that with minimal concern? We need you all to address this issue. Department of Justice, Attorney Affairs. Murders are killing us too. And we're taxpaying citizens too. Please address our issues, sir. Please stand up for us. Please know that our loved ones matter too. Please. I am one citizen in this world, in America, and I am standing up for this. I'm asking people all over America to please stand with us. Aren't you tired? Aren't you tired of the murders? The babies? People getting killed now on Facebook. The killings are just going on, and the bodies are piling up more and more. When do we address this in America? It is only just and right to do so. Why do we have to have more and more murders every day? Losing our loved ones every day. And the world not care. How? If this is America, this is what we are standing for, human rights, the Constitution of the United States. How do we go over these murders with minimum concern? We need them to be addressed, sir. We need them to be addressed, Congress. We need them to be addressed by the whole United States. Murder should be murder. Laws need to change. We need to stop the killings. These are causes too that needs to be addressed. I plead to everyone in America to help fight for justice for these lost loved ones, the murdered ones that did not deserve what they got, to stop the brutal killing, to let the killers know that the United States, anything will be dealt with, and not with minimum concern. It is time for us to change these laws, for these laws to be revisited and things to change, to bring justice to all of these that have lost their loved ones. And it will not bring them back, but it will help someone else to not suffer with their family members not getting justice. It needs to be addressed. I'm just a little person. I'm just a grandma that lost her grandson, but I feel compelled to stand up to help others not suffer the way I am. Oh, let my grandson's death be in vain. Please hear my call. Please hear me. Please help me and others to get these laws changed, to bring these families answers. I plead to you, have a heart. Oh, you have the power and you have the authority to change what is going on in this world. It is a tragedy. It is a thorn. It is a bleeding that this world is now experiencing. It is a cancer. Blood is rolling through the streets, and we need it to stop. To bring back the world, as you say. Bring back our world. Bring back our world. We need to do something to stop the killings and to bring justice to these loved ones that have been murdered and don't have a voice anymore. To be able to find these shattered graves with these loved ones that are in it. To bring them home to their families so their families can give them a memorial. And then we need to fight to get these killers off the street. Don't they deserve justice too? They really do. Please heed to our call. Please, America, heed to our call. Please. It's time.